About a month ago today, I sat on the edge of my hospital bed, and I asked myself the simple question, why? I had worked for years to be where I was, a young social activist who co-created 2 successful nonprofit organizations, a good student, an even better friend, and a girl who never lacked positivity nor energy. I asked myself why I had ignored what was going on in my head for so long simply to maintain this reputation. I had already accomplished so much in my life when strange things began happening to me. When even though I was incredibly academically motivated in the past, I couldn't seem to do homework. And I removed myself from friends, and I didn't answer my phone for a week, and I refused to go to school, and getting out of bed in the morning seemed impossible. Now, looking back, I realized that I had to redefine what success was. Because if everything I had done in my life leading up to that point deemed me successful, why was I sitting in the hospital? I realized that my ability to find this new normal, my ability to adapt to this newfound empathy, that's what makes me successful. Being diagnosed with clinical depression is what it took for me to realize what success was. Though I could go on, I'm not here to simply tell you all about my story. I'm here to tell you why I think this is happening, not only to me, but to a dangerous number of teenagers in this country, a statistic that is increasing every year, and why each one of you needs to advocate for programs in schools for teens that are suffering from depression and anxiety. Depression in our society is not obvious when walking down the street or the hallway, but simply open your laptops, your smartphones, your tablets, and do maybe one Google search, and you will be blown away. After my one Google search, I found that after a study conducted in this spring, 1.6 million Tumblr blogs were examined, and of those, 200,000 contained pictures, videos, and text posts of teenagers hurting themselves due to depression. Is it because we now have the technology to express an ever-present feeling, or is it something greater? Is it just a coincidence that school systems and standardized tests, they're getting harder, and college acceptance rates are going down, and the pressures to be a stereotypical man or woman are everywhere? Is it possible that this society, is the thing responsible for the increase in a disease that is more than capable of killing? And we don't talk about it much, because it's often deemed a phase, or hormones, or being over-emotional. Oftentimes, conversations regarding mental illnesses, such as depression, result in words being thrown around that are nearly irrelevant. Depression is not the emotion sadness. Depression is a state of being below neutrality. Sadness is an emotion that comes and goes just as happiness does. My biggest pet peeve is when someone comes up to you and says something along the lines of, "I'm sorry, I was just depressed earlier. I'm so depressed right now." Depression does not just come and go. It's there. And it is the 3rd largest cause of death among teenagers in this country. 4,400 kids commit suicide a year. And for every one of those, at least 100 attempt.